Black dandyism. I was reading more about Black dandyism. I read a description, basically described it as a form of revolution, an act of resistance, right? I was also looking at other sources and I came across this video where Dapper Dan basically goes on to explain that Black dandyism is a rebellion. And so of course I went into other readings and I found out that the zoot suit sprouted from Black dandyism. The zoot suit is a really cunty, iconic suit that was really popular in the 40s. It literally featured high-waisted trousers with cuffed bottoms and a long coat with padded shoulders. Really fucking cunty. The zoot suit sprouted from Black dandyism. From African-American men, it basically went into other cultures. For example, Mexican, Italian, Filipino, and Japanese Americans began wearing the zoot suit as a form of expression. Now, the zoot suit was actually a big part of the subculture that Mexican Americans created called Pachuco culture. And Pachuco culture basically centered around the rejection of assimilating into Anglo-American culture. So Anglo-Americans kind of started seeing the zoot suit as very unpatriotic. And well, this got really fucking crazy around World War II because while the rest of the nation was basically being told that they needed to be patriotic and ration their cloth to aid the war efforts, Pachucos, they came on donning their fucking zoot suits proudly. And the thing is that zoot suits take a lot of cloth to make. It's not like a little bit of cloth. It takes a lot of cloth to make. So while the rest of the Americans were rationing, you had Pachucos over here using a lot of cloth, signifying like, hey, we don't really care about the rations. And so Anglo-Americans started seeing this as extremely, extremely unpatriotic. And after further reading, I found out that this actually led to the Zoot Suit riots of 1943, which is basically a series of events in which American armed forces, along with some racist-ass civilians from Los Angeles, ganged up to basically attack Mexican, Filipino, and African-American men who wore zoot suits. Yes. Isn't that fucking crazy? After looking at the history and influence of Black dandyism, especially in cultures outside of its own, I genuinely believe that it's a perfect example of resistance through fashion.